lot of Europeans, I speak to a lot of Panamanians, I speak to a lot of Central Americans, and they think, I'll tell you what they think. They think he's acting like a dictator. They think he's acting a lot like Ortega in Nicaragua, a lot like Maduro in Venezuela, a lot like they act in Cuba.
Are they serious when they say that?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
By
A
the way,
dictatorship?
Yes. Attacks on the free press. Attacks on the free press.
I was in Brussels last week.
No way. No way. This is crazy.
Wanting to stay in power? Yes.
Hang on, guys.
Dictatorship. We're not
one at a
even
time.
close to dictatorship in the United States.
Absolutely.
In the United States?
Did you see what he did today?
Hang on one second. Hang on 1 second. One at a time, please.
Who defended the 2020 election results, who worked for him, asked for the DOJ to investigate him. That's what dictators do.
We're going to get to that later. We're going to get to that later.
People believe that we live in a dictatorship in America?
I lived in
What? That is crazy.
And I know you have.
Okay,
so you should know better than to say that we live in a dictatorship in the United States of America.
They censor the press, like he just did with the AP.
Okay.
So they do not listen to judicial orders, like he hasn't done.
Hey, hold on, Shermichael. Hold on. Let me let Richard, because he introduced this point and didn't finish what the point you were trying to say. What are they saying overseas?
I've been in London and Brussels and Paris and a load of other places over the last month, and we can let's lower the temperature on the word dictatorship. We mean dictatorship with a small d, in a sense, and we all know what we mean when we say that.
Sure.
In other words,
don't know.
Okay. Well, you do.
I think it's crazy to call it. We have elections here.
Just give me a second, because I don't want us to get sidetracked on the word. I don't want to get sidetracked on the use of the word dictatorship. And by the way, hold on. By the way, we will have an opportunity to discuss what Anna was talking about when it comes to these executive orders. But Richard.